Hey, this is Fred, and I want to show you Annette Funicello fan something. Who isn't a fan of hers? She was beautiful and talented. And for the most of her later life, she lived in Shafter, California, which is just north of Bakersfield. She actually lived south of Shafter in a rural area. And I'm actually standing there right now. And when we used to drive by here, I'd always thought about making this video, but I didn't want to interrupt. I knew that she passed away in 2013, but I didn't know if her husband was still alive. So basically, I kind of waited to do this video. Now I know he actually passed away in 2018. I actually should have looked it up a long time ago. But so I'm going to show you where she lived. First of all, you have to look at this area. Starting from here, it's all orchards, almond orchards. There's a big canal that comes through there called the I think it's called the Frank Callaway Canal, but I have to look that up. But anyways, now looking here, this used to be all orchards too. So this is now huge distribution centers. It's like a Ross's distribution center. And this was really till recently, right here. I'm sorry the sun's in your eyes, but this was very recently built right here within the last, I'd say 2 to 3 years. I think that over there was built probably about maybe 10 to 15 years ago. But I remember when this is all orchards. We're north of 7th Standard and we're standing on Zachary Road. And this is a little, I'm gonna have to wait for a car to go by. It's gonna be loud. Okay, this little like dirt service road, this would have been one of those roads between the orchards. It doesn't really have a name, but now if you look at that fence there, if you go about, I'd say right about 3/4 of the way down that fence, that's on that side, that's where his ranch was. That's where Glenn Holt's ranch was, and that's where Annette Funicello lived out her life with her husband. We used to pass it all the time, like I said, but I just never really wanted to, intrude in somebody's life. I wouldn't. By the way, it was funny because they had a mailbox sitting right there. See where that sign is pushed over right there? It was a little further like this way. Well, let's just walk over there. We're crossing Zachary Road. Remember seeing there was still a stub here, but the mailbox is gone. It was somewhere right in here. And what it was is they had a mailbox. It was one of those like old, kind of domed mailboxes you see everywhere. And usually people in the rural areas, they have either postal boxes somewhere because, the mail carriers don't always come out exactly to every rural area. But in this case, somehow they got themselves a mailbox that sat right on the side of the road. It was really funny. But it's kind of like melancholy for me because this is happening all over. Like all this area north of 7th Standard Road was ranch. It was just all, orchards. And this is where it is now. It's like exactly here is where it's built out so far. And yet if you go this way, if you go up Zachary Road, then what happens is you can like zigzag. I do it all the time actually to get up to Shafter. It's a nice way to go. It's not as busy as like Santa Fe Way. So I kind of cut through there a lot. It's just pretty. And there's still a lot of orchards. You see the canal there. There's other canals around, but you end up just north of Shafter Cemetery when you come out. Anyways, so there's still a lot of this left, but it's just like, I just can't believe how this is all built up now. But anyways, so for you fans of the beautiful Annette, that is where she lived, right there. And it was really pretty back then because there were orchards here, orchards there, and then he had kind of like carved out a ranch there. So it was like there weren't orchards right around him, but it was a big parcel, huge parcel of land that he had. So, but it's gone. So, but at least you know where it was.
Me say meow meow.
If you like what you saw, please give the subscribe button a pop and check out another video here.